The names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Portis, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Miami's offense will start this game off. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Using the quick game. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble?
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete to the left. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you and make big plays.
They'll run the screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such...
Hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Pocket starts to collapse. Pulls it in. It's Paul. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
And this is going to be incomplete on third. And the Hurricanes will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Looking for room, it's Cook. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Got him downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And the rush will get to him at the 25. When you play backer at Miami, you got to bring some of that vintage Kane attitude.
The attitude, the physicality, the dislike for people. That's what you need at the linebacker spot. Miami's found a few of those guys over the years.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, this offense going to try to run the ball again.
To the air, it's Moss. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
He's going for it all. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. Splits the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way Michael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. On the move, it's Cook. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You don't have timing, and as a result now, 4th down.
Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
He leaves it with his back. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
On third down, going up top. He makes the connection. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. No thought of trying to kick the 46-yarder. They'll go for it. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They'll take a pass on the 46-yard field goal, try and go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The short hands, it's Paul. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Miami! What a grab and go for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Making great decisions, that's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy I can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, well, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not much room, a pickup of 2 down to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Cook. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He wants it all. right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Never a doubt. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again. Right?
He tries to take the top off. And it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Canes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. That one's going to get a little star mark decided on the play sheet. 1 play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets hyped. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He'll run it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Back to pass, it's Moss. Zings it complete to the right. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And he hurls it in inside the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion. What a tremendous catch, dare I say, in the vein of the playmaker in Hurricane Rule.
So many elite playmakers in Miami history. The names are so great. You want to put your name on that wall. Those kind of plays will put your name in the mix with those guys down the road.
They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The give to the tailback. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Still running at the 40. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed.
Deep shot for the end zone. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted.
Area. As a quarterback, you got to be dialed and you got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover, fitting in a tight window. And he failed on that play right there.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. They've got the screen set up. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage.
Lost one deep down the right side. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. North Carolina ran roughshod over the competition today en route to a double-digit victory. And they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those Carolina blue unis. This team is a buttoned-up group. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He now has 84 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. Right back to the well. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there. Still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. All wideouts, no backs. To the air on 1st down. Finds his tight end. On the move is a 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Hey, with that pass right there, dude, he goes over 350 on the day. Nice performance. This QB's been down.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Out of the gun to give to the back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Looking deep down the right side. A full dive to haul that one in. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
You remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the ground, did it?
It did not. 2 incomplete passes caught out of bounds. And the Canes have their offense in high gear. The give to the back. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
On second down, he'll fire. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Cook. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. It's caught. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility, and you've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon, and a guy this defense has got to be ready for.
This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Moss. This one's complete. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got his man down the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Got his man quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. He's looking to throw. He makes a grab. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the gun. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Ready to try the point after. Right down the boulevard. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. The lead is 17 as they try to fight their way back in. They'll need a stop on this possession, about to kick it off here. And he takes this from inside the 5. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Trying to find his man on first down. Sends it downfield. And it's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Miami. A great catch and run for 6.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people will score points and punches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific start from there in beautiful Miami Gardens. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the
all business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't...